お時間になりましたので、そろそろスタートしていきたいと思います。まず今回はこの乳がんの初期段階でリスク判定ができるシステムっていうのをファウンダーである、ジュリアさん、香港バイオリズム社香港から今日はお越しいただいてます。ではこれからスタートさせていきますのでよろしくお願いいたします。
Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our seminar here. We are glad to introduce you a very innovative technology that helps women to understand their breast health by themselves. So I'm proud to present to you our mammobra system. We're focusing on breast cancer, and as you know, breast cancer has become the most prevalent cancer worldwide. It has surpassed lung cancer to become the #1 cancer worldwide. In 2022, there is 2.3 million women diagnosed with breast cancer. So it is a very severe problem right now. The WHO has already set a standard that advocating women to do breast self-check and try to focusing on early detection so that the mortality rate can be reduced over the next 5 years. We know that in some countries, 1 out of 12 people, women, in their lifetime will develop breast cancer. In US, the figure is higher. It is 1 out of 8. I think in Japan, it is roughly 1 out of 8 women will develop breast cancer in their lifetime. As I said, breast cancer has surpassed lung cancer, became the #1 cancer in almost 157 countries now. But the good thing is, if you can detect breast cancer early, the survival rate is very good. It can reach over 90%. But if we discover the breast cancer in stage 4, the 5-year survival rate drop significantly. It can be as low as 19%. Some very impressive figures you can see from this screen. We Asian women, let's say Japan and Asian women, we have dense breast. A dense breast is very difficult to detect breast cancer during regular screening. This is why the regular screening can miss 50% of the women with dense breast. Okay, 50% cases might be missed out during regular checkups. And very alarmingly, 89% of the women are diagnosed with breast cancer without family history. So even you don't have a family history, the chance to develop breast cancer is still very, very high. Okay, it has to do with lifestyle, with many, many factors. Okay, family history is only one of the factors. And very sadly, most of the women, when they were diagnosed with breast cancer, there was already symptoms present. So 82% of the women, when they are diagnosed with breast cancer, there is already some symptoms, which means pretty late stage. So the goal, the WHO has set a goal that we should try to have early detection in over 60% of the population, which means stage 1 and stage 2. Because if you go to stage 4, the survival rate, as I said, drop very quickly. So if we can achieve stage 1 and stage 2, and the women can survive more than 10 years, it's a pretty good outcome. But right now, in the medical institution, the screening methods is mainly imaging testing, which is ultrasound, mammogram, OMRI, and then for final diagnosis, women has to do a biopsy. Biopsy is very invasive. For early screening, most of the women have to do a mammogram or ultrasound. But this imaging testing has a problem because it has to be big enough. The cancer has to be over 2 millimeter to be detected by the ultrasound or mammogram. And in our technology, we try to push that timeline earlier. So there's two ways to do screening. One is to go through medical institutions. So woman has to go to the institution on regular basis, once a year or or every 2 years, depending on the risk factor. But the medical institutions mainly using ultrasound mammogram, which is, as I said, itself has some flaws, some challenges for them. So the other way is to do self-testing at home. So women are encouraged to do self-testing. When you don't have time to go to medical institutions or you haven't got the habit to go regularly, it is advised to do self-testing at home. But how do you do self-testing? You use your finger to do facing the mirror and try to touch the breast and identify any potential lumps, okay, and see how the lumps is growing, which is a very challenging job for most of the women, and we don't have that habit, and it's difficult to do a finger, examination. This is why we introduce a new technology, which is very, very innovative and very convenient. First, it is a non-invasive, no radiation exposure. You can simply do it at home once a month. You just need to wear the device during sleep once a month. And then the data is accumulated over the time. It helps you to detect the breast cancer risk even on a personal basis. And with our data, we actually able to work with institutions, with doctors and hospitals, because the data can be shared with your medical professionals. And then there's a joint care through the medical doctors and through your own data. You monitor the self at home and see the changes over the time. Because one-time examination by ultrasound or mammogram is not enough, as I said before. You need a habit to do on a monthly basis. So we believe that early detection, early screening has to be conducted at home, okay? And then when we identify there's a risk factor, we quickly go to medical institutions for further follow-ups. So there is a joint effort between home screening and institutional screening. Women has to have the habit to do home screening. That is the only way to achieve early detection. And our system is mainly based on two theories, okay? The first theory is that cancer cell produce more heat because of glycolysis. It has aerobic glycolysis, so it produces more heat, 10 times more than a normal cell. So cancer cell produce more heat, okay? That's one biological signal that we capture through our device. It's the heat changes, the difference between normal and cancerous. The second factor is that cancer cells has angiogenesis process, so it has its own blood vessel. It generates the blood vessel by themselves, so it produces even more heat because you have more blood circulating the breast, the cancerous spots. These are very basic biological theories that has won Nobel Prize, and all the medical doctors agree that this is a very typical sign of cancer cells. Another sign, though, has only recently been discovered by these scientists, that we have a body clock. Every organ has its body clock. So it has arithmetic changes during the monthly cycle. Our breast has its own cycle, circadian cycles. So there is biorhythm changes over the time. This is why our system require ladies to wear the device for 8 hours to be able to detect on the time series analysis. So the AI system consider many biological factors, but these are the main factors we consider in our AI system. Then, although the technology is a very complicated and high-tech, but on the user side, it is very simple. It's just a very small device, like this big, and then ladies can wear a sleeping bra, put inside the bra, or we have a special medical tape that can be easily attached to the surface of the breast, on the two sides of the breast. For one night's sleep, the data is collected, and then in the morning, the data can be synchronized with your phone and then sent to the cloud to be analyzed by our back-end software system. Then the system will generate a report automatically sent to your smartphone, and you can read the report. If the result shows that the risk level is at 4 or 5, that means the ladies needs to see a physician immediately, as soon as possible. If the report shows level 3, let's say the risk level is at 3, that means medium risk. Then the lady needs to keep on monitor, keep on wearing the device. So in our system, we have found that most of the ladies, when they are at level 3, they actually have a benign tumor in the breast, like a lump, a cyst in the breast. But it is a benign one. It's not cancerous. In that case, the ladies still need to wear the device on a continuous basis, once a month. Then it helps them to detect cancerous changes early. Yeah, so as we see, we have 3 steps: wear the device, send it to the cloud, receive the report, and then follow up by our customer service or by the medical institutions. This device has been approved with a medical certificate as Class 2 medical device in China. The clinical study was conducted there because we want to market this product in China. Okay, China is a big market, and there the breast cancer screening has a huge need. So when we go to China, we already get approval for medical certificate. And also we follow the EMC directives for medical device on non-China countries, outside China country. It is a medical product, but it's following the EMC standard. During the pandemic time, our team is based in Hong Kong, but we still managed to fulfill all the regulatory requirements, and we did some talent marketing. At this moment, it's being used in medical clinics in Hong Kong, and we are also going to Singapore, going to Taiwan, and of course coming to Japan. We are working with STEPS, our partner, to bring this product to you and then in a non-medical setting first, so that ladies can start using this product at home and able to tell their breast risk, and then channel the data and the report to the medical channels later on. The technology is actually based on several generations of AI algorithm. The latest generation of algorithm is endorsed by many famous professors in Hong Kong. Professor Wang Yang is from the mathematics department. He's the vice principal of Hong Kong UST, and he is our principal investigator in the latest generation of the AI. And Professor Xie Ting is a famous biologist. His research is mainly on body clock, on biorhythm changes of the organ. So he is helping us on the biological side. And Dr. Albert Tsai is a famous gynecologist in Hong Kong. He graduated from Chicago Medical University, and he has been our founding partner as well. And at this moment, we are promoting this product in his hospital, which is Hong Kong Adventist Hospital. With this, I have ended my brief introduction of this technology. If you have any questions, we can take. Thank you.
Do you have any data how your system detects breast cancer correctly?
How do we?
How your system detects breast cancer correctly?
Okay, the question is, how do we develop our system to detect breast cancer correctly, right? As I said, first is the hardware, okay?
You have data?
Yes, we have data. The hardware has to be accurate enough because the sensor has to detect the temperature in a very accurate way. This is the most accurate sensor so far. We have researched. Most of the devices in the market do not do this job as we do. Then the data.
I want to know exactly.
Oh,
Your system is okay, but you don't have any data.
Okay, then we do the clinical trial, okay? The clinical trial we conducted involved 200 patients with biopsy results. And the clinical trial shows that our result is 85.9% accuracy rate.
Anyway, you have data, right?
Yeah, we have data. If you are interested, we can be in touch. But because right now we are promoting this product in a non-medical channel in Japan, so we haven't shown the data today. But as I said, it's being approved in China based on the clinical results. We are the first company that doing this technology on human subjects, do clinical study. So the result is actually 85% accuracy rate compared with biopsy.
Of course, you have a paper, right?
Yes. The paper is focused on the algorithm. We can send you as a reference later on. It's published in computer science. Okay. So it's amazing. It's a small device, but in Hong Kong, one of our friends used this product, and by accident, we detected her breast cancer, and she already had an operation and survived, which is a very good news. So we need to bring more awareness, and we want to launch it and let as many women know this product as possible. We are also launching some charity programs, and we want to do free screening for the high risk of population with low income, fulfill some criteria.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Is it only for breast cancer?
Yes.
Only for breast?
Yes. At the moment, the device only works for breast cancer because the breast cancer, the cancer spot is close to the surface. If we do lung cancer, it is harder And sometimes we're thinking about other cancers that you can do contrary analysis, but they will be our future pipelines. At the moment, because breast cancer comes to the surface earlier, it's easier to detect. Thank you. Any more questions? We can distribute the materials for you to have a look. And if you have any inquiries, you can always contact our partner Mariana here. She speaks perfect Japanese and English. And so, she can answer all your questions as well. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
ジュリアさんありがとうございました。ちょっと最後にこの商品が日本でいつから発売されるのかっていうことだけご説明させていただければと思うんですけれども、今年あと、2ヶ月ちょっとだと思うんですけれども、来年に入ってからの販売予定をしております。で、販売に関してはさっきジュリアさんが説明してくださった8時間のナイトブラとして販売するのはもう少し後で、一番初めに販売をするのはクイックバージョンの1時間でエステサロンであったりとかクリニックさんとかでテストをしてもらえる、その1時間であってもさっき説明していただいた内容全部がちゃんと見れるものになっています。なのでご興味のある皆さんはお問い合わせいただくか、この後私に直接聞いていただいても大丈夫ですので、ぜひよろしくお願いします。じゃあ今日はありがとうございました。ありがとうございます。